wena drive.
She boarded the taxi like she does every morning. Headphones in, eyes down. What she didn't expect was to be groped before the first stop. She reported it. No one listened. Gender-based violence in public transport isn't just a series of isolated incidents. It's a pattern. A loud, growing alarm in our communities. And too often, vulnerable groups, especially women, are being ignored, harassed, assaulted in what should be safe and everyday space. We have a problem that must be addressed. Today, we are confronting this pandemic, and we're confronting it hard. We've been tiptoeing around it for the longest time. It's time we talk about it and we confront it as it is. We have a guest today in the studio, Matsobane Ledwaba, who's from the Department of Community Safety, responsible for GBVF. It sounds like some big English, and we're going to have to break it down so that everybody understands what it is before we talk about where you find it and why it happens. So stay tuned, stay there, grab your coffee, share the like, share everything that, if you're on Facebook or anywhere where you are, you know where to find us. Share it with your friend because this message can be kept by you alone. That's selfish and dangerous. Silence kills. So let's have a conversation. That how you doing?
Hey, Isaac Legay.
Look, thank you so much.
All right, man. Thank you very much for inviting us to your show.
It's being local.
Hoping to share very inside information with your viewers and listeners.
So I want us to. So I want you to deal with me like somebody who knows nothing.
Yes.
Because more often than not, people hear about GBV, but we don't know what exactly it is.
Yes.
And I want us to speak to the listeners today and assume that they don't know. So you're going to speak to us, teacher today. You're going to teach us what this is. First, before we get there, tell us what is it that you do in the department so that we can get to the subject matter.
Okay. If you say I need to check my students there that will be taking what language must I speak? Must I speak English? Must I speak Ndebele? Must I speak Sindebele? There is low Chile. Pasabe K to Unsmele Gesintebele. So safe. I got to so
okay.
Yeah, so I want to know. So I will talk English. We will go to a bit of Soto.
Yeah.
We can go a bit of English.
Happy days.
And make sure that I will sorry to my colored friends. I will not go too much on Afrikaans.
Yeah. Okay.
Except that latter but for now,
let's stick to English.
We can stick to English.
And any other language you're comfortable with.
Okay.
So because the good thing about these episodes is that we would have subtitles.
Okay. No.
So whatever that we talk about, we would
we can always
translate it. Yeah.
So they will translate it to you. So if I pass a vendor, please rest assured you will not miss out what I said.
Talk to me.
Okay. Yes. Well, I'm in the Department of Community Safety. There's a lot of work that we're doing by government, but as you know, GBV is very intricate, and no one department, no one group or government alone can win.
Right.
So you need a multi-sectoral, multi-stakeholders to be able to come together and fight this sketch. I think Kaspedi gona le something very bobedi bo bolano.
Yeah, right.
And then if you've got lions that are hunting together, they are likely to be successful.
Yeah.
But ja hloka seboka, atišitwa ke nare e hlotša akere. So in our department we've been requested to lead because GBV is a crime.
Right.
And that is what it is funny expression within the Department of Community Safety, because we are working with the SAPS, but we're also working with the community.
Right.
Our work is to play an oversight on the police, but also support the police in their work, but also assist mainly around what we call a social cohesion from the communities. So working with the communities, we're encouraging them to have our patrollers, we're encouraging them to have community-led groups,
Right.
so that they can jointly assist the society to fight this scourge. So we're involved with communities, various sectors. We're involved with civil society organizations. We're involved with your, what you call your FPOs. We're involved with the institution of higher learnings, where we're continuously engaging on symposiums and just finding new ways, also learning, because you cannot resolve something that you don't understand.
Right. Right.
You see, you would notice till today, we are not really 100% sure if we have found a cure for HIV. Yet people, I remember even in my tertiary education back then around 1995, we were involved that I hear that, no, we're about to find a cure,
Yeah,
about
yeah.
to find a cure.
It's like it's coming.
It's coming, but it's not there, but it's coming.
Yeah.
So it's very amoebic. It changes. That's why
changes,
it's very difficult to. So even with GPV, it's a psychosocial economic problem that it are used as the factors, the contributing factors to what GPV. That's why it's very difficult, and it's happening mainly not necessarily in the taxi rank. It is happening at our homes, in the bedrooms, in the TV rooms, between the sheets, where the police can't even see. Even the binoculars can't even see something between the sheets. It's happening at work, in the offices, high-walled offices. It's happening in churches at the pulpit or behind the pulpit. We only see congregation, they only see the pulpit, but it's happening behind the pulpit. We can't see. And it's the perpetrators are mainly people with the highest level of morale. Doctors, lawyers, pastors, people that we trust, our partners. You look at that, when you talk about GBVF, that F standing for femicide, is the killing of other genders. It could be a man killing a woman. It could be a woman killing a man. And we need to make it clear today that when we talk about gender-based violence affects who? It affects women. It affects children. It affects persons with disability. It affects youth. It affects men. And I want that to be in bold. Gender-based violence also affects men. Gender-based violence affects LGBTQIA+ communities. Gender-based violence affects the elderly. Bonkgono ba rona ba tseelwa di-pension ke bana ba bona, ke ditlogolo. We've seen stories. Ngwana a betha mama hae. Tlisa tšhelete eo wena. Tlisa tšhelete eo. Ko reka borotho. Tšhelete ya koko. Bo koko now, their pension is being taken by the grandsons. The grandsons have been absorbed by the nyaope. We have allowed substance abuse to be unleashed within our communities. Maybe it is a byproduct, or maybe it's been used as a consoler. You know, if you've got stress, the thing, and you've got money, something that you might think, oh, it was a stress, but what was a stress ka alcohol? But what was a stress ka sex? There's no enough areas of recreational centers. People, when they entertain themselves, they're having sex. and others, they don't have money, they cannot afford to have a girlfriend, so by itziela. And that is GBV. And in South Africa, the highest form of GBV is rape, domestic violence. So where is it happening? I'm saying it's happening in our homes. It's happening in
wrong. I am shocked.
what? Remember, I don't know, as I remember in the olden days, I'm not sure about now. In the olden days, we will be playing on the street.
Yeah, yeah.
And as we're playing on the street, if lalwana, wantwanza, you are becoming strong.
Yes.
And then I will run ke ko gae.
Yes.
But that fitla ko gae ke tsena fela ko gating.
Yeah.
Ha ke tsena fela ko gating ga ke sa tshaba. Ke a ema.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no way o ka tsena ko gating ya. And ha o ka tsena ko gating ga ke sa o tshaba.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You understand? Which means the homes was the safest space. The moment ke tsena ko ntlong, I'm in heaven. I'm protected now. Ke re tsena. O tlo mothara tsena.
Yeah.
Tsena o tla bona mmao.
Yeah.
Tsena.
Yeah.
But now, GBV, e ka mogare ga ntlo mo robalang.
What we used to believe to be the safest place
Yes.
has now become a weak link.
Yes.
And that's where most of the problems are happening. Because we think that we are safe here, so your gut is down.
Wa e bona gore ntho ke parasite ke mopheme. Hence I did talk about something called HIV. Because it's an opportunistic. It enters when your guts are down. How in a hand. Utlwe motho a re, ngwana o motle so. Oh, le shanda phanda le. Ai o hana AIDS. Ai o I know no o mona o. Utlwe
Diagnosis.
Yeah, diagnosis le right. This one le toilet high. And you're convinced. And that's where we lost lots of our brothers. So, when someone is a pastor, a very recognized, I mean, Pastor Amotoso, yes,
Acquitted.
technically acquitted. It's very important.
Yeah.
Technically acquitted.
Does not mean that he did not sleep with this.
No, he did it. And he knows he did it. But he will go to another pastor and say, "Can I do confession? Please, the Bible said forgive." And he can say, and then he says, "No, I'm freed from my sins." You see, whereas when we're saying to the churches, tell them you are freed only when you can go and confess, hand yourself into the police.
That's the true sense of confession.
Yes. Yeah, but our religious societies, our churches, they're saying forgive. They're saying this GBV is the devil, is the evil spirit. We're casting it out on you. We're casting it out on you. We're removing the spirit of GBV. We're removing the evil spirit. Bantwana bami, please, shake hands. No more GBV in your house. They're failing to do a proper diagnostic. What is the root cause? Now let's go today to the root cause of GBV. Before
Wait. You can't drop so many bombs. And then you just look. I think my viewers must get this clear.
Yes.
That GBV, gender-based violence and femicide, is a pandemic that affects all of us, and all of us must be aware of it every day.
Yes.
This thing of thinking that it would happen to somebody and not me,
Yes.
you could lose an opportunity to see what is happening to you, because it can't be limited to rape.
Because because of our education or lack of education, because of our cultural practices, because of our religious practices. They are preaching, some of them, they are putting the female at the back, putting the male. A man is a leader, a man is a provider. Even in our cultures, there are certain meetings we don't want a woman. So a woman is someone who must stay there. Even during apartheid. So the other contributing factor in South Africa was apartheid. Apartheid didn't allow women to occupy certain positions to work. They were confined into the kitchen and making babies. They were a sex a product, a tool. They were not necessarily seen as human beings. They were entertainment providers. And it goes back during when everyone, black people, were slavery. They were seen as not necessarily a full human being, but they were seen as a tool to be used. Get me water, clean my car, do this for me, do this for me. Now, we come from that patriarchal, okay? And we come to a society of corporal punishment. You do wrong things, I slap you. And this was perpetuated by women themselves.
That's the language they seem to understand.
Let me tell you this, and I know my mother will beat me, but I know she's not a social person. I hope she's not gonna look. You remember, let's talk about our mothers, me and your mother.
Yeah.
When you do something wrong at a young age, they used to beat you up.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
And weapon, our bed, they stood.
Yeah.
Then when you grow up, you start feeling, they start taking kwai.
Yeah.
Then when you start becoming masculinity, then they no longer they can no longer beat you.
Yeah.
What do they say? Wena, you've done this wrong. Go botsa papa how?
Yeah.
Go botsa papa. Then when the father comes from work, because the woman was at home, like that was the nature of apartheid. Yeah. When the man comes from work, Papa, Isaac o dirile so le so le so, ha mameli. Ho neng ke ra tlhatswa dibjana, ha nya go tlhatswa dibjana, ha kolomaka. Then Papa, without even asking, Papa will call you. Wa o sa tlhatswa dibjana? At that time, o setse o di tlhatswitse.
Yeah.
Mara o tlhatswitse late.
Late. E seng ka nako ya mama.
Yeah. Papa o na tseya samboko mo. Nna ba na le dishamboko bo papa rona. Ba tla o tsena ka samboko. Kwa. Ba bang, because ba na le personal history, they will be very hard.
Yeah.
Ma ba a
tsene
yena, ai o utlwile, o mo utlwile. And I want you to capture that. Mama ke ena o botsetsang. Wa o paisa ko papa. Ne? Telling the father, the husband, to beat you. Now that you are being beaten, when she thinks it's enough, the pain, ai o utlwile. But ba bang ba vele ba mo tebeka tsamaya, ba o donore.
Yeah.
Now, what does that do? It teaches you, if I do something wrong, I will be punished. So I must not do something wrong. I must behave. Now, when I grow up, I see my wife doing something wrong. What was I taught to do if someone does something wrong?
Wrong is fixed by beating.
Kiamoshapa. One trial.
Yeah.
Even when we are still dating. One double crosser.
Yeah.
I've been waiting here for 2 hours. Where were you? What were you doing? Hot clap. And the woman will even say, I'm sorry. She will not even go and report. And
it's embedded
and some journal I came across, I forgot who wrote that journal article. It says that I can't remember whether it's Dlamini. It says that women they have adapted to beatings, such that if you don't beat your wife, the wife might feel that you don't love her. we understand.
Yes.
So which means it's part of our culture to be beaten. It's part of our culture because you'll see someone says that's what they are not even reporting. It's me who was wrong.
I was late.
Yes, I was late. No, I didn't warm up her food or his food. Are you with me? So it was perpetuated at a young age. And monkey see, monkey do. I've seen my father beating my mom when my mom was wrong, when my mom did foolish things or whatever, according to my eyes or to the judgment.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It's subjective.
but then there is no one who's beating a man if a man is coming home late. There's no one who's beating a man if he took his money and finished his money at the pub.
Yeah.
And came home empty-handed. And that is GBV, economic abuse. I am working, you are doing the house course, and month end when I'm supposed to bring the money to buy food, naki file chelete mangan. At home there is no money. Kids are suffering. That's GBV. It's a form of GBV. GBV, remember, can be physical, can be verbal, can be emotional.
Right.
Ne? Can be sexual, and GBV can also be financial.
Sure. No, look.
You know, financial, we can talk about it at workplace. Financial. You're doing good, you deserve a promotion. I don't give you a promotion because you refuse to sleep with me.
Yeah.
Kerno vula mathanga ngizokunikeza a promotion. And there are many who have been promoted because they opened their legs. Yes. There are many who got hired because they opened their legs.
Wouldn't you say they gotten used to this to say, I know that I am not supposed to do it, but if I don't, I want this money.
Yes.
If I don't, I know I will not get it.
So you see, when I talk about the triggers, the contributing factors, psycho, socio, economic factors, I am desperate. I need a job. Some of our people that we find on the street selling their bodies, you call it sexual sex workers. They used to demean it as prostitution. South Africa was still battling to whether legalize it. Yeah. Is it the right? Is it wrong?
What's the standing now?
It is a byproduct of a pressure of something that is happening here. It's a byproduct. You know, in chemical, we talk about the reaction.
Yeah.
If you want to produce milk, yeah. Yes. So there are certain things called byproducts. And this byproduct is creating a pressure. Women end up saying, there's no way I can just die of hunger. No, let me do something. I think I'm beautiful. This one wants me. That's why today, now it goes to marriages when we talk about GBV. Marriages now, some of our marriages are no longer being based on love. That I love you, I want to be your partner. It is based on, hey, you can provide for me. Hey, when you are my ticket to greener pastures. When you are my ticket from Egypt to the promised land. It is not when you are my life partner given to me by God. Take it. But you see, you might be wanting to go to Cape Town, and you see me, I'm having a car, say, this is my lift to Cape Town. Whereas now I'm only going to Bloemfontein.
Yeah.
So when we arrive Bloemfontein, now I'm fine. But when you still have a desire to reach Cape Town. You want to go and see Table Mountain. It was your dream. You see, but you are with this man, you are stuck when this man go Bloemfontein. A thoma bolela Sewelele. What's this Sewelele thing? Then what happens? Tomorrow you meet Isaac in Bloemfontein who's saying, I'm going to Cape Town. And then, you know, you don't say, no, I'm fine with this one. Hey, this one took me from Polokwane. Yeah. You say, thank God, I knew this moment will come. And that's when you see then marriages becomes divorces. You see, now you are due because this woman did not love you. This woman just wanted you to deliver her into a particular place. You didn't. You've moved at least 3 steps. And then what happened? It's the same thing when you are in love with a woman, you want to start a family, you start a family, but she's uneducated. You say, man. Then you take her to school, she graduates, she's get a work, and she says, you are not my type. You see, at that moment, that man is a victim.
You've been used for somebody to achieve
financial abuse. You should have declared, no, I don't love you.
I want you to take me.
Can you just loan me money? I'll pay back. Let's make an agreement. And look, this loan can come with certain benefits. You see, but then what happened? I realized that you have financially abused me. I don't go and report you.
I take it out on you.
Yes, I do punishment. You have wronged me.
Yeah.
Now I've been taught that I must resolve my own issues. Then I attack. I kill. Or others, after killing, you realize that killing is not you. You yourself, you end up killing yourself. Or you go to jail. And I'm taught to go jail. If you are a man, you'll be a man tonight. Tomorrow you can be a woman.
You can use Stofina
tomorrow. Now we're talking about perpetuating of a cycle of where we're breeding abused people, we're breeding victims. And in that cycle, a victim at some point, due to post-traumatic stress and all that, the learnings of the past, that victim, at some point, that victim becomes a perpetrator. Okay. Now that cycle perpetuates victim people, because you remember, if someone has taken, I spent my money on her and all that, now I'm a victim. But if I kill her, I am a perpetrator. Yeah. She is the victim now.
Because you had a case but destroyed it by acting wrong.
Yes, we've got lots of women who are in jail for killing their partners. And when you sit down with them, why did you kill your partner? Are that man used to beat me every night. That man would strangle me. I don't know what overcame in my senses. It was like today. I just got this power that I don't know where I got it. And I stabbed him. I boiled him with water. You see, so that's why it's an antagonistic behavior between a man and a woman. And that's what mainly in the main is GBV. So I've talked about what is GBV. I've explained the contributing factors. Perhaps let's go to education. You see, we've talked about the culture, how we grew up. As example about my mom, the culture. And I forgot to tell you something. You know, after your dad would beat you, do you know that at night he will be rewarded for beating you?
In the bedroom.
In the bedroom. Papa, you've done something good. You must do it again next time. Do you think he will hesitate? Hey, students. I was told there's no under 18. I'm hoping there are no under 18 here. GBV. It's a very sensitive topic. Very, very sensitive.
So I love what you have done. Part of the, because you've explained what it is, what the triggers are, and I'm sitting here. I think all of us who are listening or viewing this can find ourselves somewhere.
Yes.
All of us can find ourselves.
And can you see we're contributing? Men were contributing, women are contributing.
Yes.
That is why when you say GBV is not necessarily women being abused.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I'm a researcher. Research is showing that the most vulnerable people that they are suffering from GBV is women, children, persons with disability, LGBTQIA+. But men, bare monna ke nku.
Yeah.
Even if you go to, I don't know if there's been a case opened where a man came and say, my wife has abused me.
You look like a fool. Go to the police station.
Why is it bare? Mkhize. Ozo na indaba. Ramaphosa, Officer Ramaphosa, come here. Lalela. Baba aphinda lento. But unko bolele ko Thembisa kwa ho tletse bo warra. Ba re warra nko ko motho na ke moko e bolela setsulu e mona nko te tlhalose o re mosadi o dirileng and na go wa ngwala.
Humiliating stuff.
Are you with me?
Humiliating.
So but now at least we've make up the space in each and every police station. We've got GBV desk. So we are no longer subjecting it to that, because that was what we call secondary victimization. So we've managed that in our police station, working with the police. So you can no longer be subjected to that.
Sure.
But still, men in their nature, the way we are being taught how to grow up and be a man, we don't find that going to the police station is form of a solution. We'll rather keep it and fight it ourselves. That's why most men, they die before their actual age. Many men die before their actual death, and they die because of depression. How many men get the heart attack? Because I'm being socialized that I must be a protector, I must be a provider. If I'm unemployed, I feel less between me and you. Can you mute? I hope they're not listening. Between me and you. Hey, it's very difficult to be sexual child.
No. Where do you get the strength from?
Well, I understand it, because sex need energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can't even uberikishe the protection. They smell nice. You must go and buy.
Yeah.
But if it's not chelete, you see, you can't even buy a protection. Mona ke dintshamola ke letsela tsa government ke re baby ke tshwere di condom a re nambile ke lose the points.
Yeah, right from the beginning.
Yeah, ngwana re I think I've got
yeah.
Why I understand.
Because that is a definition of who you are. You are at that level.
Yes.
And she did not get into a relationship with this or open yourself for this.
Aha. O no bona fela re ntwe e ka se ntlhokomele. So social status is playing a role in who we associate ourselves with, who we love, who we date. You see, but look at it. Yes, GBV is most prevalent in communities that they are less educated, or individuals that they are less educated, or individuals that they are unemployed. So one of the contributing factor towards GBV growing, it's unemployment, lack of education. Because if I'm employed, I'm working, and you beat me, hell no, I am leaving. That's why we've got in the upper echelons or middle class, we've got the high level of divorce. Because I cannot stand an abusive husband. I cannot stand an abusive woman. I know my rights.
I know my worth.
I know my worth. Yeah. You see, that's why it's most better. But those that they are economically deprived, they will stay in that marriage.
Yeah.
They will stay in that abusive marriage. They will end up committing suicide because it does becoming too unbearable about the treatment of this man. So GBV is happening at schools. We see abusive. I'm ill-treated at home. I am mood swing. It is seen in the people that I interact with. I'm a teacher. I come and I start bullying my learners. But I'm a man. Ne? I was not properly vetted. That is why it's part of eradication.
Why
Look, I'm not being vetted.
Right.
And I'm working at schools. That's why part of the government were now saying those people that they are working with children, they must be vetted.
Right.
So that we make sure that we don't get sexual abusers of children to work with children. So that's why you find teachers sleeping with these school kids in exchange what? For marks, for 10 rand. O bone monna ngwana wa hao wa 12 years. Thaka ya hao e mo lebeletse e salivator.
My goodness.
Joe, my daughter is 22 years and I feel I can still kill someone.
Yeah.
Yes. But someone there
is looking at her with a different eye.
A different eye.
Salivating for what you see as an innocent child.
Grade 10, grade 11, grade 12.
No, I think thank you for this. I mean, you got me the last 25 minutes. You've educated us. But I want to take you to a place. And I want to get there in this way. I want to say, when you talk about GBV, a lot of emphasis that you gave seems to show that sometimes when we are looking for something in exchange, we subject ourselves to things that are not desirable because we don't have them. Whether it's economic, whether it's psychological, but you need something from someone, and therefore they themselves think that they have a right over you because they're giving you something. But I want to paint a scenario here where I want to say
abuse of power.
It's abuse of power.
Yes, and authority.
So it means that somebody is mining your desperation.
Yes.
They are using your desperation and need as currency to them. And they use it against you. Which is the reason why sometimes you find yourself just being quiet, even when it's not necessary. But what we're saying today is that do not allow that situation to continue. because it will kill you. Am I right in saying that?
100%. Wena monna o setse o le teacher banong.
You
Yeah,
understand?
no. Okay. Can I get a 10 that I'm a good teacher now? He got it.
No, you
No,
get it.
no, he got it.
Now,
No, you got it.
Now, I want us to get into something,
Yes.
to a situation where I don't need anything. In fact, I need a service,
Mm.
but for this service, I pay so that I am not desperate for it.
Mm.
I jump into a taxi.
Mm.
I jump into an Uber. I need that service because I am paying for it. When I don't have money, I don't go into a taxi. When I don't have money, I don't order an Uber.
Mm.
And now you find that even in situations where there's no desperation, at desperation,
Mm.
because my desperation is to reach a destination.
Mm.
So there will still be desperation there. But I have contributed and paid for this. So the contract I'm entering into with you is that of, would you take me to Bloemfontein? Yes. Okay. How much will it cost me? 100 Rand. Here's your 100 Rand. So we're entering into that contract. What right do you have for you to talk to me like a child? What right do you have for you to manhandle me? What right do you have to treat me like I've asked for a favor from you?
Aha. You see, Bragg, we've spoken about GBV.
Right.
And we've spoken the way is it happening.
Yeah.
We did not exhaust where is it happening.
Right.
We spoke about homes.
Yes.
And I spoke about in schools. Even in tertiary institution
Yeah.
where learners get marks,
Agreed.
exchange and
Agreed.
all that.
Agreed.
Ne? And we said it's also happening at workplace, remember?
Got it.
And we also said it's happening in churches.
Yes.
But
Agreed.
we have also picked up that it's happening in public recreational centers.
Yes. Yes. Got it.
Go di fielding, go sogweng,
Yeah.
dilapidated buildings, ofita, you get
Grab you.
grabbed.
Yeah.
But it's also happening in public transport,
Yes.
scholar transport,
Yes.
drivers who are transporting kids from their home to school. They end up seeing not kids or learners, they end up seeing potential entertainers. That's, you see now. Hence, I was talking about holistically about education. Now, you have this man who has got a history. That's when we talk about loud hailing, the people who are working with people, because taxi industry, just look on average, how many people in South Africa are using taxis?
15 million, I'll tell you.
E-hailing.
Yes.
You see, now, each time they enter into my taxi, I'm looking, shit, Mudim. Hey, winner.
Yeah. Every time.
Every time, you're this one. Then at some point, an opportunity present itself.
Is the last customer, the last
the last
passenger
customer.
going home. It's only me and her.
It's only me and her. You see, sometimes I can share you call me, because I'm in taxi, you get a free transport.
Yeah.
But there's a way that you're going to pay me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. But sometimes I can see, especially in the one that is, you see, the one in the taxi is like saying you are the last passenger, so it's opportunic. But then this one, e-hailing, Uber, I'm not sure what else you call them.
Yeah. Bolt.
Bolt.
In drive.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a woman. You are taking me from here to here. At some point, sometimes these people, they don't know the routes. I can off ramp.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's what's happening now.
You see, I can off ramp. So we're not having a system that is showing if you're off ramping and immediately alert either your operators or alert the police. Say, you are off ramping from your route. You are off ramping from the route of the customer. so that the customer can immediately get that message. Customer can be on panic mode. Eh, mara motho o nkisa kae? And perhaps because we have provided them with the e-panic, we've got Gauteng e-panic. Then press that e-panic so that we can follow up. But they don't. Just no, let me grab water, let me grab a drink, and so on. So you find that there is an opportunistic by parasites, GBV parasites, who use the vulnerability of our children, vulnerability of our parents, mothers, for them to take them where they want, and they end up raping them. So now, but it is both ways. You have these people who take a boat, takes whatever, from Pretoria to Johannesburg. No, I'm going to this mall. Ne? And they say they don't pay. No, I'm going, they will leave a school bag. No, let me leave my school bag here. Let me go at the ATM and withdraw. Then off they are gone. It's a financial abuse.
Yo, en het rijm.